Welcome to day 7. Congratulations. You've been working at this. You've been showing up every day. And I hope that you are starting to notice some shifts and the subtleties when you're in the meditation. And, giving yourself grace with all of it because there's no right or wrong. And it's just super powerful. So get comfortable, get ready for day 7. Close your eyes and begin your deep breathing. And just take notice of the energy in your body and how your body is feeling today. Just notice the frequency. You may or may not get a read on that, but as you practice this more and more, you may start to notice kind of an energy, a buzz, a frequency within your body when you pay attention to it. And again, we're not trained or taught to pay attention, to look within. Everything's always external. And so just take note of the energy and the frequency in your body currently. How are you feeling? Are you feeling heavy? Are you feeling light? Are you feeling neutral? Just get a sense of that. Continuing with your deep breathing until you get into that relaxed state. On your next exhalation, releasing a gray mist, releasing tension, stress, blocked energy, just letting it all out, letting it go. Drop your shoulders and relax your body. This is a time to really let go of the energies and the frequencies that we are holding on to, that are not serving us, but also everything that gets created in the mind, the stress, the worry, all the things that the physiology reflects. You can release that. It shows up, it starts in the mind first, and then it shows up in the body. It's that mind-body connection. If you see a bear or something dangerous, your body needs to react. The two work hand in hand. However, it doesn't know the difference between something that's real, such as, something about to attack you, versus something made up in your head that you're worrying about and focusing on the worst case scenario. Believe it or not, your body is reflecting that. It's bracing itself. And so when we go into a state of being, you get reprieve from that. You get time to reflect, time to release, time to move that energy. But when we go into this state of being, it allows you to get out of the thinking mind into a state of being. And this is where true problem solving can really come in. It's super powerful. So just allow your breathing to return to its natural rhythm if you have not already. And I want you to just call your energy back to center. And just notice what you feel when you do that. And then I want you to expand out. Expand your energy. Be that infinite being. Filling your room wall to wall, floor to ceiling. Expanding out beyond that. Out into the entire city or town you're in. Out into this entire state or province, depending what country. And then all around the world. Up into the sky, down into the earth. And out into the universe further than you've ever been before. Just becoming expansive in your energy. So just take some cleansing breaths now and just allow yourself to move the energy. Focus on any areas in your body that are kind of calling for your attention. And just focusing on having more ease and joy in your body. If you had those frequencies available to you right now, what would that feel like? Plugging into source within, connecting to that. And part of our existence is finding the truth. And you wouldn't be here with me if you weren't someone who wants truth, knows truth, seeks truth, but maybe you just don't even know, or you're not aware of how much more you can seek it, how much more you can demand it in your life. And truth is actually a universal law. Kind of like gravity, like no one's immune. Truth is the same, but some people choose to turn a blind eye to it. So what if you could ask, this is where ask and ye shall receive comes in, ask for more ease and joy in certain areas of your life. So be it a situation you have going on, maybe a relationship. Are you willing to ask for more ease and joy in that? So sometimes if I find something's difficult, I'll just say, could I have more ease and joy in this? And I just let it go. I just ask, and that's the ask and ye shall receive. You ask and then you just let it go, and you let the laws of the universe, creator, all the things contribute to what you've just asked for. And it's kind of like going to a restaurant and you read the menu and you put your order in with the waitress. Do you sit there and stress that what you ordered is not going to come? No, you expect that it's coming because you asked for it. You put in your order. And it's kind of the same in the universe. And most people just don't even know that if you just ask, you can receive. So just be aware that you have that ability. So noticing the ease and joy in your body. And if you don't feel connected to it yet, just ask in your head or out loud, if I had ease and joy in my body right now, what would that feel like? And allow the energy to change. Allow yourself to connect within, to source, to the creator, to where all things come. Let it move through you. We are made in the image of the creator. We are creators. Are you willing to step into the role of being the creator in your life? So many people don't want to take responsibility for that. I say most people in society, and myself included, like none of us are perfect, are drifting in many aspects of our lives, thinking we have no control. But if you decide that you want to do something, that's the very first step, is to decide that you want to do it. And then you allow action to move you to it, but also that you will be supported, that the things will align, the people, places, and spaces will contribute to creating that with you. It's kind of cool how it all works. Everything's just energy. Nothing is stagnant. And energy just moves through form, into form, and out of form. But our minds and what we focus on has an impact on that. So if you focus on all the negative in your life, guess what? You're growing that energy. That's what you're putting your attention to. And so the energy there grows. And so that's why I say focus on what you want, not where you're at or where you've been. You want to look through the windshield, not the rearview mirror. So in this state of being now, get a sense of the energy in your body and just say, what can I be right now? And again, notice the peace that comes over you when you go into the state of being. This is you at your essence, the infinite self. It's like being in the zone. If you're someone that plays sports or whatever, your mind isn't thinking. You're just in you're in the zone. That's why they call it the zone. So enjoy this state of being. Enjoy it right now. What can I be right now? And if you need to do some cleansing breaths and just move the energy out, that's not a part of state of being, then move it out. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Just move the energy. Move it out. Clear it off so that you can really be in your state of being. And in this state of being, allow your energy to radiate out, just like I said in previous meditations, like the lighthouse that you are. Just being. It's so peaceful here. There is nothing to do in this moment but be and enjoy. Setting yourself free from all of the doing, all of the pressures, all of the stuff. Because in actuality, none of it's actually real, even though it appears to be real. I know that might be a stretch, and some of you are thinking, well, what do you mean? My bills are real, I have to pay my bills, my job is real, I have to go to work. But it's all just choices. And what if you could just change everything with changing how you think, changing how you be, changing the actions that you are doing, changing the old stories? You can change your life simply by changing your mind, your state of mind, how you focus on things, what you think about. It's powerful stuff. So any worries that you might have of things that you're just not sure how or when they can resolve or work themselves out, would you be willing to put them into a balloon and just lift that balloon up into the air and just let it go? Release that energy, release that frequency. And are you willing to have faith that even though you don't know the how, that things will work out? Asking for what you want, ease and joy in the situation. Asking for guidance. But also be willing to take action when it shows up. And I think that's where people go wrong. You know, people who do vision boards and all the things, if you're into that it's just going to happen. But, you know, there's many parts to a recipe. And if one thing is missing, it doesn't turn out. And action, I think, is something people miss out on. They're afraid to take action. They're afraid that it's not going to work out. So they don't even start. Or they don't, you know, when things show up, they're like, oh, I don't know. What if it doesn't work out? But what if it does? What if it does work out? And what if it doesn't look like how you think? You know, again, I've said previously that it's all about choices. So something shows up, you say, yeah, you know what? I'll choose that. I'll do that. And then let's say it doesn't work out how you thought. Well, then you reevaluate and you say, okay, well, I went this way. That kind of didn't work. Then I have this available to me now. So let's try this, right? And you keep trying things. It's kind of like when a baby learns to walk and they fall down. They don't go, oh, well, that didn't work out. They get up and they try again. And it's funny how kids don't have that, but we as adults do. We have that fear. It's like, oh my gosh, that didn't turn out or that didn't work out. It's not wrong. Just keep going. So take some more cleansing breaths here. Just move the energy again, because this may have brought up some things. Move the energy out. We have a tendency to, when we get stressed or things get stressful, we contract and we shrink or we try to shove it down. And it's about letting go of the resistance, because whatever we resist persists. And so it's okay to say, you know what, I'm worried about this, and that's okay. I'm stressed out about that, and that's okay. Because that moves the energy. But when you just be like, oh, I don't want to be stressed, I don't want this, I don't want that. We have a tendency to hold the energy and feel stuck. But what if we could just acknowledge it and let it go? Even say someone who's moving through grief, or maybe it's you, and we get triggered and we just try to stuff it down because now's not a good time. What if you could say, today's a really bad day and I'm sad and I'm having a hard time, and that's okay? What if that actually moves you through it instead of stuffing it down? Because we are not taught to move through it. We stuff it down and we try to be okay, try to look okay on the outside. We don't want to feel all the things because we're afraid it's going to hurt really bad, but it's already hurting. So what if you could just move into it and move through it and let it move out instead of holding on to it and shoving it down? So moving the energy some more, taking a deep breath and letting it go. And I want you to start bringing your awareness now. Unless you're not ready to come back and you want to be in a state of being, you can pause here. But if you're ready to come out, you can start, bringing your awareness back into the room that you were in. Taking your time, doing some breathing to move the energy if it's required. Listen to that, okay? Like, you're going to know when you need to breathe and move the energy. I might not say it. Maybe you just know. Like, I want you to start really paying attention to that. Wiggling your fingers and toes, and when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for being here today, and we'll see you in the next one.